I know, but you're a publicist. Don't you have relationships? Isn't that what you're hired to do, to take things like this off the internet?
But it's out there.
Oh boy, that's what we call a classic meltdown. Find out why on our latest Cinephile episode, and be sure to visit our FUNDAY website for more.
Do today learn. Today is Tuesday.
Commercial.
Traveler 是旅行者。
I have to wait for Clee.
So he or she is at the Columbia Towers Hotel gift store. 所以他在这个饭店的礼品店，然后他要买东西。Okay, so let's take this chance and listen to the.
学习让生活充满乐趣。FUNDAY 英语。
What's up, movie fans? I'm Wade, your Cinephile host. Chef is a 2014 American road comedy drama film, directed, written, co-produced by, and starring Jon Favreau as a chef who, after a public altercation with a food critic, loses his job at a popular Los Angeles restaurant and begins to operate a food truck with his younger son. Miami-born Carl Casper is the head chef of Gouloirs in Brentwood, Los Angeles. While popular with his kitchen staff and hostess Molly, Carl clashes with the restaurant's owner, Riva, who wants him to stick to classical cuisine rather than innovative dishes. Carl also has a strained relationship with his tech-savvy preteen son Percy and his rich ex-wife Inez. When Carl has the chance to serve prestigious food critic and blogger Ramsey Michel, Riva demands he prepares old favorites at the last minute. Carl concedes. The next day, at the bar, he reads out the review.
This sad dessert is emblematic of Carl Casper's disappointing new chapter. His dramatic weight gain can only be explained by the fact that he must be eating all the food sent back to the kitchen. 2 stars.
Carl learns about Twitter from Percy and creates an account. After reading all the tweets, he insults Ramsey on Twitter, not realizing that his reply is public and gains a large online following. Carl comes up with a new menu that his staff loves and invites Ramsey to a rematch.
Don't do it. What are you writing?
Chef, that's not a good idea.
Just listen. I won't send it until we all say it's okay. Why don't you come by again tonight? I got a whole new menu just for you, asshole.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone.
Don't do it. That's out there now, bro.
It happens.
Why would you do
You
that?
can't take that back.
You know what? I threw down the gauntlet. So get ready for a fight. I'm gonna go drop Percy off, and when I do, we're gonna come back and cook the menu we should have cooked last time.
But just as Carl is getting fired up about the new menu and preparing for a full house of guests, including Ramsey, Riva comes in and demands he stick to the old menu or he's fired. So Carl walks out. At home, Carl prepares the menu he wanted, while his sous chef Tony serves Ramsey the same dishes from his prior visit. Ramsey tweets negatively about Carl, provoking Carl into confronting him at the restaurant.
And you don't do anything. What do? You sit and you eat and you vomit those words back to make people laugh. You know how hard I work for this shit? Do you know how my whole staff works?
Video of Carl's meltdown goes viral, leaving him humiliated and unemployable. He meets his staff at a bar and wishes them well. Later, while chatting with Molly, she suggests that he takes this time to reconnect with Percy. The next day, Carl visits and Inez tries to convince him to accompany her and Percy to Miami.
So you need me to come with you to watch Percy?
Yeah.
So I'm the nanny.
Yes, he's nanny. In Miami. It might be good. That's where it all happened for you. That's where Percy was born. That's where you got your first job as a chef. Maybe it will just clear your mind out.
You think Percy would be okay with that?
Percy would love it.
They travel to Miami and visit Inez's father at his club. Afterwards, they grab dinner and Carl rediscovers his love for Cuban cuisine. At Inez's encouragement, her ex-husband Marvin offers Carl a dilapidated food truck. Carl and Percy bond while restoring the truck and buying groceries, and Carl gives him a chef's knife.
I'm gonna teach you how to use this thing. But a chef's knife, it belongs to the chef, not to the kitchen. So it's your responsibility to keep it sharp, clean, not to lose it. Could you handle that?
Yes.
Soon they get the truck all cleaned up, and Martin, Carl's friend and former line cook, surprises them and joins their venture. They start off by serving the construction crew who help them load their equipment. Realizing they have something good going, Carl, Martin, and Percy drive the truck across the country to Los Angeles, serving Cuban sandwiches and yuca fries. Percy promotes them on social media, and they find success in New Orleans and Austin. Carl and Percy becomes closer day by day, and as the trip comes to an end, Carl opens up to Percy.
I just want to be honest with you, okay? I feel like I've let you down so much, and I didn't want to blindside you, but the summer's going to end, and we're not going to be doing this anymore. But we had a lot of fun, and nobody could take away from us what we experienced together, right? And I feel like I really got to know you. All right, let's watch some music.
Back in Los Angeles, having strengthened his relationship with Percy while watching a recap video of their trip, Carl eventually accepts his son's offer to help with the food truck, with Inez also joining in. Ramsey visits the truck to explain his bad review. Though an earlier fan of Carl, he was disappointed by a meal he felt was beneath Carl's skills. Impressed with the chef's return to form, Ramsey offers to bankroll a new restaurant where Carl will have full creative control.
But I just thought that, you and me burying the hatchet might be a good story. Reservations out the door.
6 months later, the successful new restaurant is closed for a private event, Carl and Inez's remarriage ceremony. Who else is hungry? This film was well received by critics who praised the direction, music, writing, story, and performances, and grossed $46 million against a production budget of $11 million. 接下来我们来揭晓今天的金句。Today, the phrase "throw down the gauntlet" means to challenge or confront someone, but in its earlier use, it wasn't meant as a metaphor, but was a physical action intended to issue a formal challenge to a duel. In cooking, a chef's knife, also known as a cook's knife, is a cutting tool used in food preparation. The chef's knife was originally designed primarily to slice and disjoint large cuts of beef. Today, it is the primary general utility knife for most Western cooks. In fine dining restaurants, chefs will have their own sets of knives and take a lot of pride in caring for them. Burying the hatchet is an American English idiom meaning to make peace. The expression comes from a century-old practice involving the literal burying of a hatchet, seen among the Native American tribes of North America. Chiefs would meet and bury their weapons as a symbolic gesture of peace. And that is it for this episode of Cinephile. You can find more on the FUNDAY website. Let's make every day a fun day.
You know a lot is on the line today.
I know, that's why the menu has to be perfect.
Yeah, but I can help you plan it.
I can't do this right now. Just give me 5 minutes to get my staff going. I'll come and I'll walk you through the menu.
Carl, I've done this before. I can help guide you.
I don't need guidance right now. I need space.